And with that, audio should work, and we're in. Hi, everyone, and happy Halloween week for all of you that like to have the spooky time be celebrated. Please, 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 from the bottom of my heart, don't be one of the families that completely ignores the Thanksgiving phase and straight goes into Christmas. But then again, if you're into that, do your thing. With that, what is everybody doing for Halloween? Was anybody going as anything in particular?
That middle Asian man.
Hey, we're going through the same
giving
thing.
out the candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving out the candy. One for you, one for me, so it all works.
That's the visit tax. Yeah.
The best part is when it gets to 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you,
right?
1, 2, 3 for me.
And then that one lucky kid at the end of the night who gets the rest of the bowl.
We have
That's
gone
how that
to
works.
so many trunk or treats now that it's almost like fantastic, because that means that is what we're going to use to then give out to kids who come to our house. Except probably a lot of them are going to miss us anyway, because we'll be trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. So, you know, it's, oh no, oh, all this candy. Oh no, who's going to eat? Oh no, the kids can't eat all. Oh no. And
Hey,
this
nothing like a sugared up couple of little girls for a week, right?
That's when you put the bowl of candy outside your house and you become the cool house that everyone goes
the
to.
cool house, yeah.
You put up the sign that says, please just take 2, and you know full well that
Yeah,
at
take
least
like
every
10.
third kid's going to take a handful. Yeah.
100%. And I think that's what we're going to do too. All right, cool. With that, there's not a whole lot stuff going on. I think we can remind people of Veilguard for the 17th time. But other than that, yeah, it's a fun time. I'm excited for spooky season. With that, who would like to do the recap?
I just want to point out that I think it's great that Clancy's wearing a springtime sweater for Halloween week. That's awesome.
Festive.
Listen, I wouldn't call it springtime. It's
Well, you're wearing
don't
white
know.
after
Shut
Labor
up.
Day, so
Oh no!
please, please. I don't care. Fine, I'll start. I'll give a little recap, I guess. Okay, so last week, I believe, is when the rest of us became gods. So that was fun.
It was like right afterwards.
It was right after everybody ascended. There's a lot of aftermath and aftercare that happened for a minute before we moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
See, it's hard to recap.
Oh, I've never done that. There was a lot of talking, a lot of figuring out what we need to do. Checked on a couple people. And then we finally decided to. All I remember is like up to the Bone Lord. It's like we finally decided to go and confront the Bone Lord. He gave us some interesting dialogue about how he was forced to become this way, and called him out on that bullshit, and how he just wants to finish up one last thing, and then he just wants to leave. And he tried to make us doubt Thylea, and I don't think any of that worked.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna call him Bone Lord forever now. That's his new name.
No, Bone he's bony, alright? And I got bone to pick with him.
But yeah, he wants to
Ghost
be.
Lord,
You're muted,
Ghost Lord.
Elena. He wants to be a greater god instead of just a regular schmegular god. So
And
he's like
we-
siphoning souls.
And we don't see wow. All the names are gone today. We don't see the
I
Titan.
believe in you. Taliaeus. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Well, we know he's using Teleaos for under the boat.
Do we know no, or
we
do we
suspect.
just yeah?
We
Strongly
suspect.
I thought he told us that about the ritual, or was that
That was
meta?
just really good. That was really good checks you guys rolled to try to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah. Basically, he's sucking up all the souls to help make him a greater god. And he was like, join me. And we were like, we've done
and
this
he was
before.
like, I can teach you how to be gods, and Thylea's just using you, and when you wake her up, she's gonna kill everyone. And we were like, yeah, we know that already. So,
He's like, aren't you the good guys? And we're like, eh.
it's for the greater good. It's like one of those weird gray areas. And then he was like, oh, I guess we're not going to be friends. And then we went to go kill him, and then we ended.
And then we thought we were going to get Brissa back, but it's his wife's birthday, so we're not.
You didn't have to throw.
Brissa became a man? What happened?
But isn't
Well, I mean, Brissa's a dragon now, so...
Okay, there are
Valis
4
is with
people
us.
watching, and
Valis.
at least 2 of them are you and me. So
That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, Belmetria should be with us. I don't see her on the map.
She's
Oh,
circling.
is she
a
the
bit.
one that came?
That's
Yeah.
because we told her to stay behind, didn't we?
We told her give us like 30 seconds. Let's see how it plays.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
let us pick
Just
the
'cause of the
fight, and then
fighting,
you
she
can
can
come
be
in
better.
and
Because we didn't want her to get all messed up before Alex had the chance to play, and now...
Well,
All right, cool. With that,
She's like 100 feet away. We're like waving at her.
Hey, girl!
let's roll some initiative, folks.
Oh. Did I give anyone gift of alacrity today? I don't think
did.
so. We
Oh,
did so
we
well.
also found out our foresight's not working here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bring that up.
right. Our foresight doesn't work.
Your side has been decreased to 40-40, 80-80.
I know.
How that
No.
works.
I know the last time I did foresight, I think I
Tracks,
did. I know I did me, and then I think it was either Yanni or Brissa. But if that's still the same,
That tracks. Clancy.
this
It
also
tracks.
happened at the one shot too.
Oh no. Oh no.
no, I don't.
Boundary.
want to
I've
go
always and
first.
forever.
Oh, we're
held a
done.
boundary.
We're done, Tyrion. We're
I'm
done.
gonna need you to back off, girl.
I wonder what it's like.
All right, now everyone else that's with us can roll initiative, right? Now everyone knows,
I think this is
right?
it. I think we came here just the four.
It was just the 4 of you guys. Alrighty, Darian, with your supernatural ability to see ahead, but not a foresight anymore. What is the first thing that Darian does?
crying's a free action.
Yeah.
I
was gonna
did.
say.
I did cast Crown of Stars on myself when we got down here. I do remember that.
Yeah, and I do have Longstrider. I still don't see. We know that it's a illusion around us,
Illusion.
but I don't see the potential people or things that are here. Correct?
Hang on one second. No, you do not. What you see is what you see.
All right. So I'm going to fly up 20 feet,
And she flies up 20.
and I'm gonna do what I do. I'm just gonna unleash with the chakrams.
Get it.
And I will use Paper Toe.
Awesome.
Alright, and I think I get 4 attacks, 5th for a bonus action, so I'll just go through and you yell at me if something happens.
Sounds good.
That's a nat 1, that
Something
sucks.
doesn't
Oh.
happen. I'm not gonna yell at you for it though.
Much better. Much better.
Alright, that's 4, and then bonus action for 5.
Wow.
And that you know what, I'll just get them right out of the way.
You throw the shotgun as it mostly pings off of the armor. At one point, it kind of like lands on his horn and goes, "Wee, wee, 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 wee," and then flies back into you. And you're like, "Shit!" You throw it again, cut him again one more time, and then it starts to wiggle around the second horn. You're like, "Fucking Jesus Christ!" You don't even know who that is. But Darian, in that moment, you're like, "Come fucking on!" You scratch the hide of the Ghost Lord a little bit.
Okay, and just so I know, out of all of my attacks, did 1 hit or did 2 hit? 2 hit. Got it.
Those
So
must
I
have been
did-
pretty precise attacks because I don't see any hide. So you must have found like the one tiny little chunk of it.
It was that was what the natural one hit. It was like little tiny hide pieces on the. It's like, you know how a lot of people do like bone charms and stuff like that. The Ghost Lord does hide charms. You know, that's how he rolls.
Yeah, he's got little leather
He's a leather
charms all
daddy.
over himself.
Don't worry about it.
We slept, right? Since all the becoming a god thing? Or we- I'm just okay. The only reason I was like, this is the only fight we have because I'm down to 3 out of 8 battle cries. So that's what I'm.
I honestly think, because you guys woke up in the morning, you did not feel like pity, thankfully. You ascended everyone. You went down to the city and bullchat with people for a while. I was like, hey, we're gods now, and this is my portfolio. And then you guys wanted to get out now. I don't
Yeah,
think
so,
you guys
like-
had a long rest yet.
Well, but
you
we
wouldn't have used
should
your
have
battle cry for
before-
anything.
Yeah, we had
since
a
the
long rest
last one.
before we became gods, and I don't think you've used your battle cry
Okay.
since we've become gods.
Would the battle cry would have increased maybe with the stat increase?
I'm gonna let you.
Oh,
yes, that could
maybe.
be it. That could be definitely it.
Because my
So,
bardic inspirations went up
Mm,
because of the
mm.
stat increase.
so do you want me to give myself 8 out of 8, or do you want me
Sure.
to keep it
Yeah, that
3 out
sounds
of
fair.
Okay. So then, seeing how poorly I did with hitting it, I will be like so upset that I miss so often. You hear me let out a battle.
Isn't the battle cry?
I
Is the
hate
battle
it.
cry a free action or is that a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
You used it
Oh,
once
I'd use my
already.
attack. Yeah,
Okay,
never
I
mind.
just
Doesn't
wanted to
matter.
double check.
So I'm 20
Sorry.
feet in the air. Oh, that doesn't bother me. I was just thinking. So I'll just fly 20 feet up, but I'm also going to fly 5 feet back.
Okay.
And then I'm over the bush. It's not going to matter, but that's where I am.
You would have taken 5 points of falling damage, reduced down to 2.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep, the battle cry is based on your wisdom modifier, so that's
Makes a lot more sense, yeah.
Oh yeah, Clancy, DM inspiration. Thanks for doing the recap.
Sure.
I feel like I had a plan last week.
Really?
I remember. I am going to also fly up, but also away because I don't want us to be all grouped together. So maybe like over here.
How far up are you flying?
30 feet.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna fire a bolt at him because we can do that now.
So that'll be your action.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's gonna be fire damage because we're trying to find out if that does anything to him.
As you gather the energy together and fling that to him, the fire forms out, and he is resistant to fire damage. You learn.
Not
But
me
it still
forgetting-
hurts him kind of a little.
Kind of a little.
Okay,
No.
so we can firestorm him if we want to.
Not me forgetting I have the ability to use a bonus action to figure out all this. Not me forgetting.
I did think about that, but it's okay. I got you, girl. Okay, so it hurts him, but not as much as we wanted to. And then I'll throw a moat at him.
A whole moat?
A whole moat, a whole giant crystal snow globe sized moat.
Wow!
I don't know where anything is. Okay. I forgot how to play D&D.
Embarrassing.
That flings at him as this miniaturized sun flies at him. He just looks at it, and you can see as one of his massive skeletal hands just whacks it out of the air, immune to radiant damage.
Hey, don't do that.
As anything else on your turn?
Nope, I think that's all I can do.
At the end of your turn, he just lets out a frustrated growl and says, "Fools, then you will at least Watch my ascension, witness it, and I will leave you here to be trapped with Kintamani. Fools.
Rude.
He puts up his hands, and as all 6 of them rise, the waters seem to churn. And indeed, where before they were kind of falling off the edges, the souls are now starting to flit all around you guys, passing through you completely unhindered, but they all rush towards the Ghost Lord. As in the bottom right, you'll see a little clock. God of Death Ascension.
PTSD, David. PTSD with this clock.
As that might have some consequences. Yeah, but in this game, it's just a mini boss. It's not even the boss. So just imagine all the clocks that can have with Kintamani. Like 1,000 of them. It's each a hand gets its own clock.
Fix
Not
them.
as
How
much
many-
like G-Shock watches. They all have watch. Anyway.
Can I have a clock that says, how long till Darian fix him? That's all.
As with that, as the souls begin to flit in... Gotta add something really quick for my benefit. Because this is going to increase every turn on initiative count 30, losing initiative ties. For you guys' benefit as well. Adding that. Alright. And then at the end of that, that is going to bring us to... Jeez, so many people on this goddamn initiative. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Clickety, clackety. Something in the bushes goes whackety. As you see the form of that altered-looking demon, feminine form starting to step out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Two adamantine spears at the side, and you can see crackling power upon the tips of each one of the spears. Indeed, as you fan yourself, Darian, she looks up towards you, and the wings bring her quickly aloft until she is right next to you.
Not like this.
Forgot about her.
I know, I did too. Oh no, she's hot.
Did you say her? Okay. All right. With that is going to be a few Eldritch Spear attacks. Dope.
Stuff isn't loading for me, and it's stressing me out.
No. Alrighty. First attack is going to be a miss. As she comes in behind you, you take your shotgun and you put her away, except then you realize that she did clip you, and you see that a piece of your armor upon your shoulder has been sheared clearly off. As a reminder on adamantine weapons, they ignore the adamantine protection against criticals. These weapons seem to be extremely dangerous. She didn't roll so good, which is good. I'm glad. All right, second strike. That one is going to be a hit even if you did your shield thing. As she strikes you, that is going to be 30 points of damage, Darian.
Is any of it because of the battle cry? I get it for the first time.
You don't have
so-
battle cry active because you use your bonus action to attack a fifth
Oh,
time.
damn it, my brain. Okay.
Totally, no worries. Strikes and kind of actually, again, you dodge most of the way, but she grazes you on the side, and you can feel as it's like a paper cut. It goes so fast, so clean, and then she pulls back. One of your ribs was sheared in half as she kind of pulls back. And then she attacks a couple more times. This one is a hit, but you can turn it aside if you use your cha-cha.
I will do that.
All right,
I
go
put
ahead,
my
use your
hands up
cha-cha.
and I just go, ma'am!
As you
Not the
put it
man.
aside. And then let me double check real quick. Alrighty, and then we'll attack one last time. Holy shit. That is going to be a hit, even with the added AC bonus, for another 34 points of damage. And ends her turn there. The Ghost Lord incants and essentially just seems to be speaking in words so primal that they make the reality around you shake and quiver. You can see as the water itself seems to turn to ice and then a gaseous form and then back to water just as he speaks. The words themselves so powerful, so primal. They remind you of when Argenti cast his first wish spell and are maybe even a step above when Yanni caused all of you to ascend. As he is going to make a check to see how successful he is with this. Okay, that increases our clock by 1. As more and more of the souls are starting to stream into him, you can see as black, wispy rivulets are starting to fall off of him. And it's almost like he's starting to be garbed in shadow itself, as it's starting to pierce into the crevices of his bones and flesh, into the flesh itself. The flesh seems to start to become necrotic. Yanni.
That's me. Because I can now, I'm also going to go airborne. I would like to go about 20 feet up and come over this way. I would like to pop on the helmet as my item interaction. And I don't know
Remind me on the range of that one again. Is it 20 feet or 30 feet?
15
Okay.
foot radius. And
Neither.
yeah. So I assume, based on the checks last week, I'm operating under the assumption that Thalia's corpse is beneath the barge, right?
You don't know about the state of the former Titan. But since he's gone
Okay.
and no longer pulls the
His-
barge, and his body's nowhere else to be seen, it's pretty. I mean, you think that
Whether
if
it's a
he's anywhere,
corpse
it's
or
probably
not.
underneath. Yeah.
But that's okay.
And we saw the blood. We don't know if it's his
All right.
blood, but we saw blood coming out from underneath the barge.
Clancy, I apologize in advance if you failed this save, but I'm going to cast Earthquake.
Who's Clancy?
I'm apologizing to Clancy. If Daphne falls down, that's on Daphne. But I'm
Wow.
apologizing to Clancy.
Okay.
Oh, and you cast that
but
on the
yeah.
ship, right?
It's more on the area, so it would be under the ship. So I'm hoping to open a fissure under the ship.
I mean, it's water underneath it. That's not really ground. So you're trying to cast it under the ground, underneath the sea?
I mean,
So walk me through it. Walk me through what you would like to have happen. Because the barge is on water, technically speaking, right?
right.
And so you're not
What
are
I
you
would-
casting it on the barge? Are you casting it on the seafloor? What are you casting it on? Just walk me through it.
What I'm hoping to do is potentially disrupt the ritual by either having Thalia's body sink through a fissure or having it disrupt the boat or what. I mean, theoretically, an earthquake here would create a tsunami because that's what happens.
Right, when the ocean floor shifts and then pushes up the water, right?
Right.
Okay, so what you're going for is the ocean floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Check 2 things really quick.
It does say a point on the ground you can see, so I guess technically I can't see the ground.
I will say this. You're a god now, Harry. Go ahead and make me a perception check. It is not an easy check to make. The DC will be 30 for this, but go ahead and try it.
That's not out of the realm of possibility.
You could do it, Yanni.
Nope, I missed 28.
You have a DM inspiration. Anyone else can add anything? Just waiting here for a second, making sure.
You know what? Yeah,
Stuff.
I will
I
reroll it.
don't have anything.
I will reroll it. 'Cause
Use
I was-
my eyes, Yanni.
God damn it.
That's
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Um,
Yanni.
I will say this. you can take your spell back if you would like, unless you want to try to target the barge. As you try to look down, it seems like an infinite expanse past of swirling stars and souls that are churning together. It's almost like the souls themselves make up the water. And desperately, as you might try to look through, and even with your godly vision, not quite Darien vision, but godly vision, you try to see any kind of floor upon which all of this ectoplasmic wave exists, and you just can't see anything.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I will change my mind. So in that case, sorry, that was my plan, and now I have to rethink.
Totally. Sorry, I was just wanting to make sure that I
No. You're fine. You're fine. I didn't think about seeing the ocean floor being a problem. I was just thinking like, boom. So that's on me because I didn't read the spell right. Fuck me sideways. Okay. I guess knowing that there are most likely some more of these nasty ass things floating around here in the
foliage,
illusory bushes, I will do something like this. Three, 4. Wait a second. 10-foot cube, so yeah, I'm above them.
It's so funny. All of them technically say plus 20 feet, because I think they're assuming that you're casting at the same level. So they'll just.
Oh, that makes sense. I am not.
No, I know you want to. Don't do it.
What?
Well, I'm 30 feet up.
Lyra,
actually.
feet up! Lyra, feet up!
I'm 30 feet up.
Alrighty, as you Agent Orange napalm bomb this shit. And
Agent Orange
you
is a nerve agent. What are you talking about?
It's just a combination, because these plants, as you just experienced, are extremely.
Oh, right. They're hallucinogenic flowers.
Yeah, it is. It's not a good time. However, what I will give
It
you
might be. I don't judge.
This is how I go out, guys.
We all experience trips differently. It could be good for one of us. It was bad for you guys when it happened, but it could be good for one of us.
Oh boy. Okay. I will say the red areas have a couple things happen to them. First, you see a bunch of these creatures revealed. And when I said, do you mean she? Because it is really them. You see a bunch of them revealed as the bushes peel back, burned, turn to ash, smoldering with fire. And all about, multiple of them appear, stepping out of the fire untouched, much like maybe a very, very famous dragon of mothers. As it turns out that they are utterly immune to fire. Simultaneously, however, as you vaporize a lot of this hallucinogenic toxin-holding stuff. Sorry, I also got to roll for what's this bucket? Where you at? DC 26. That's hilarious. He takes a little bit of damage. There's now a cloud that shoots out. I will say that all of the area that you hit with your blast now can no longer do something. So that is it's a win. You guys just didn't see the thing happen yet, but you guys already eliminated something that was going to happen. So all of this area is affected. However, that means that it triggers it now, which is going to mean, let me see.
That all of the demon babes get hallucinogenic stuff.
We'll get there too, but I do need Lyra, Yanni, and Darian to make me Constitution saving throws, please.
Sorry, guys.
This is where I die.
35.
Whew. Beautiful.
28.
All right, awesome.
Oh my god, Yanni, we have the same con save. Wait.
Twinsies.
Must be
And
nice.
then there's Darian with an 11.
I take one hit and I take a nap.
All right, you see indeed multiple of them kind of like just grabbing their faces and their thorns as they kind of, or horns, I mean, as they kind of like drop down. And of course it won't let me do that. But you see that the ones that I will mark in purple in a second are seemingly taken by this effect. The rest of you guys have all saved.
Good job, guys.
Alrighty. This one is going to ascend from the area and start. Huh? Oh shit! Sorry.
It's alright, just seeing that I've pissed off this many below me, I'm gonna just use my innate Misty Step and I think bounce more. There's my range, I see it. I'll just bounce more this way. And you can see under the orb because I'm 20 feet off the ground and it's a 15-foot radius, so you might have to duck a little, but you can see under. And now I'm done. Excuse me. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, then that is going to bring us to this one, who is going to do what she was going to do before. Let me double check something. Alrighty, she is going to fly towards you, Yanni. And she seems to be able to see through magical darkness, just so that you're aware.
Fair. I know it was a risk.
She's going to make a couple of swings. First swing is going to be nat 20.
That hits.
Strikes, and that's going to be 85 points of damage.
That's not insignificant.
Strikes a second time. Miss. Third. Hit. Even with a shield. For 38 points of damage. And this is force damage, by the way. And then strikes on the last one. You could turn the last one aside with a shield if you want to.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. 31 AC. 31 AC.
Pretty fucking dope. Alrighty, enter turn there. This one does fuck all. And remains in that state. This one is also going to fly towards you, Yanni. And for attacks. Miss. Miss. Miss and miss. Whew, that shield is so good, though. Alrighty, and that brings us to this one, who just weeps, praying towards the new goddess that is flying above her. This one right here can do something and is going to fly towards you, Daphne.
Yep.
She will make a couple of attacks, or a few attacks. Alright, first one is going to be a 32 to hit. I don't think you have anything to turn that sideways, right?
I have shield, but it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
35 damage. Second swing, miss. Man, that was a lot of damage. A third swing, miss, and fourth swing, natural 20. That is going to be 88 points of damage on that one. Do you have anything that reduces damage? You're not a rogue. Not a rogue in this one.
Nope, not a rogue in this one. Not that that did anything for me. Nope, I don't. Doing a quick search, just want to keep things moving along. Don't say anything, can't remember off the top of my head, so.
Dope. Alright, cool. Then we have another Wrath step out of the bushes over here.
Hey.
She's going to fly towards you, Daphne. See, you girls can have a whole harem, you know. This one is a hit, but you can turn it aside with a shield if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Alrighty. So the Wraths are just descending upon you as you put up the shields, fighting off these multitudes of effects, trying to keep you as safe as you possibly can. What did I say? Was that attack number 1 or 2?
I think that was the second one.
Okay. Then we're going to attack 2 more times once this animation decides to load. And then we have a hit even with the shield for 36 points of force damage. And the last swing is going to be a miss. Daphne.
You have one more. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know what? I ended the turn. It's all you. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I don't like how much they can attack, so we're gonna use our handy dandy unholy calling to get some anguish up in here with my bonus action.
Up in her.
I believe that's the one. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's within 10 feet of me. Okay, cool. I apologize if I should have targeted myself first.
That's all good.
Interesting animation.
You just like
Interesting
right on
animation.
her. Yeah, listen,
Yep.
listen.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's gonna stay like that too. Oh god.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, if someone was fighting me and they just straight up farted on me, I'd probably be pretty anguished
Oh my
too.
god. Okay, let me know.
So
Becomes laden with negative emotions.
It's really bad when it's
know-
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because they're literally like right
Bonus
there.
action, the creature within this area cannot make more than one attack. Oof, that's so good.
unfortunately it affects me as well, as was
Oh,
decided.
she sad knees back. Oh no.
So we
You
are going
adopted the anguish. I was born in it.
and this is why no one likes it when somebody plays a lone wolf character, guys. You get made fun of.
what?
To be fair, I have made fun of literally everybody at this table and multiple others that I've ever played with.
This
It's
is
nothing
fair.
to do with the lone wolf thing.
I've never made fun of any of you.
I'm sorry.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Now it is a free action, right?
Is that one of your Oathbreaker abilities?
all right. We are, I guess. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see something. I just want to know
Would
because
you
she's
want to
out.
attack first? Sorry, just like for an ordering thing. You can
Oh,
technically attack
true.
and then activate the ability.
True.
But I don't know if you
Well-
had a different plan for your action, you know?
No, I mean, but I already did it. I'm fine with relearning this shit and just paying the consequences. I am curious though, because she's out of the hallucinogenic stuff right now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm kind of curious if I can bop her back in and see what happens. So we're gonna try it.
Bop it.
Should be targeted.
So bop it as in like attack her?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
The crusher feed,
Yep.
right?
Rush. Oh, the crusher feed. Gotta love the crusher feed. That is.
Ah,
going to be
yes,
a
the
hit.
Crusher Feed.
And I will say this: these are minions, so they are going to have wounds rather than standard HP pools. So you only have to bop them so many times before they disappear. So as you bop her and push her back 5 feet, right? That was the plan.
Yep.
They're just going to be much easier to kill than your average thing, where you have to do like 100 damage before a thing is dead. Just so you
Okay.
guys know. You push her back. Sure, why not? Rolls real good. Real good.
Well, good for her. Well, now that they're at least a little bit gone, can I move a little bit without
course.
getting an attack of opportunity?
Mhm.
Okay, try to. Hopefully, if there's anything over here.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's pretty much just this. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, that was right on. Okay. Cool.
You know, you can I'm sure the Ghost Lord can see through it. You can leave it off. Because once Yanni realizes everybody can see him anyway.
Okay.
Once Yanni realizes everybody can see him anyway, he'll take it off so as not to obstruct his friends.
Sure.
If that needs to mechanically wait until the beginning of my next turn, that's fine.
That's fine.
And just as a heads up, because she has the other shenanigans going on, if I have to ask you for wisdom saving throws when I kill something, I will.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I apologize in advance.
No worries.
Oh, damn. I forgot about my epic.
Technically, they will count. If it's something below 15 HP, is that the rule?
100 and not legendary for the epic boon part.
Oh, yeah. Let me look at that again.
Once per turn, when you hit a non-legendary creature with a melee attack, and it is at or below 100 hit points, you can force it to attempt a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, which is 22.
Okay. She rolled a nat 20, but it did go off against her. I'll say all the minions obviously have less than 100 HP, technically speaking. So you hit her as, what does it look like as your first time of using your epic boon almost kills this demon?
Ooh. I think it's like more of the blue flame kind of engulfs the hammer and tries its best to burn her.
Awesome. As the flames kind of lick off of her, maybe it's the fact that she was pushed back into the miasma that it kind of like quickly whisks out. But you can feel the power of your punches. You'll be able to maybe kill the minions outright if they fail their saving throw. So that's exciting. Cool. Anything else from you?
There's one other thing that I just want to make sure real quick. It doesn't count for right now, but okay, yeah. I will link it just as a reminder, but it's not going to go off right now.
Right, the other one we were talking about.
Yeah, that's my turn. I've got a lot of shenanigans, and I don't want to seem like I'm being an asshole.
Nope.
But I'm gonna have to
20
say.
play. This is totally fair. These turns are going to take a hot minute, and that is totally fine. All right. Does anything happen when something moves into your field?
I believe it is like as long as you're in the zone. But let me.
Yeah, right. She
sure.
only gets one attack, but like, there's
Yeah.
nothing like she doesn't have to make a wisdom saving through just moving into range, right?
No, not for moving into range.
All right.
She's just affected by the attack, and
She makes the attack. That is a hit, unless you shield.
oh, that's right. I already. It was
Because
my
it
turn.
reset at the start of your turn. Yeah.
Right. I have a feeling. Just tell me, guys, if you think maybe I'm so off base here. I have a feeling that the Ghost Lord is gonna be resistant, if not immune, to necrotic damage.
I agree.
I mean, if you want to wait till I can look,
You
I was
know?
gonna look at him, just to
Like-
let you know. But
This might
Probably.
I'm getting your shield.
just a
Yeah,
guess.
Just a thought.
as soon
But
as
who
I
knows?
look and
Maybe
see,
he isn't. Maybe it's one of those weird things where he's like resistant and immune to everything else, but necrotic damage.
Maybe he's vulnerable. You don't know yet.
Maybe you can overload it in this.
Mitra roars from high above.
Oh, girly, I forgot you were here.
Grandma.
And then this one is going to step out of the foliage as well and start to move towards Lyra.
Uh-oh.
yeah, that's right. Get her, not me.
Rude.
What about that one over there?
That's a miss. That's a hit.
Oh.
Do you have anything that can
Oh my god.
put shit aside?
I have AC now.
You do have.
No,
you do
I don't have
AC.
shield. I don't have shield. I
Okay.
don't have shield.
31 points of force damage. Swing. 28 points of force damage. And the last swing is going to be another hit for 42 points of force damage.
At least one miss. That made me feel good.
All right, this one is weeping at the beauty of the goddesses before her. This one is singing a song to herself, just kind of reminding herself, trying to be better. This one is just bumbling about. At the start of the rounds and using his legendary action, the Ghost Lord is going to, let's see here. He is going to raises arms up further, still incanting, and that's a good success. That is going to move the clock forward 2 ticks. All right, Lyra, what would you like to do?
Oh no. I feel like Yanni had a good idea when he set off all the flowers and showed up all of these other people on the boat.
Wait, is it Darian or Lyra's turn?
Oh, it's Darian's turn.
Oh, I apologize. Thank you.
I'm just
Darian.
gonna let it happen.
No. Damn it.
Technically, we're the same initiative.
If you have something,
No. Please go.
okay. I'm going to use my ability. I'm gonna turn around and look at the Ghost Lord, and I would like to use the one where I believe it's the resistances and the immunities, just to know what
Sure.
will hurt
thing.
this man.
I'll send it to you guys in chat.
I was about to say I'm just gonna type it so we know.
Yeah, so that's my bonus action. So I look with my beautiful starry eyes, and I just go, makes sense. Whatever it is, it makes sense.
Oh my god, guys, he is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay. I feel like so Firestorm was kind of fun.
If you do it instead of me, I'm okay with that.
All of these people are under like the effects of the hallucination, the ones that are purple.
The
you had
purple
said.
ones. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do Steel Wind Strike.
Hell yeah.
I should target all of the ones I'm gonna do it to first, right?
Yes. And they all have to be
Okay.
within how close to you?
30 feet.
Okay, let me double check. Yes. 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 Actually, this one is up in the air a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yes. No. So I'm
That's
just trying to
okay.
see like how close they are. So
No, you're good. Because what I'm thinking
mhm.
is it just says up to 5.
Mhm.
But what I want to make sure I don't do is whichever one I decide I'm going to land next to, I don't want to be in the aura of my girl Daphne.
Sounds good.
So I'm thinking I'll probably end up near the one that's badly injured.
Okay.
Oh, it won't let me multi-target unless I'm not pressing a button, right?
You have to do hold shift and then press T.
Okay. My god, why is it 19? Girl!
I think you're technically supposed to roll for each target, right? I forget.
Yeah.
Each target.
Think
Yeah,
so?
so roll me 3 more d20 really quick. Plus 14. All right,
Oh.
let's see here.
That's a 20 in there.
Oh,
Hey,
one's a 20.
nice.
Yep, one's a 20.
Those are all hits.
Okay.
Including
So
the first one?
So this is the last one then that you're hitting?
that was the last one, yeah.
All right, awesome. So since all of them are hits, what happens is they all take 1 wound. And how do you decapitate this one?
I think when I land next to her, it's almost like I didn't even have to let go of the chakram. It's just like cuts right through her. But I'm not even looking at the rest of these. I'm still looking at the Ghost Lord because I'm imagining that when I knew what he's vulnerable to, it's like I'm still cataloging it. I'm like, another one?
You see DJ Kala just like on his shoulder, giving you a thumbs up and going back down.
So that was bonus action. And then movement wise, I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Lyra.
Oh. I probably should have been thinking about what I was gonna do. I was too busy watching Darian kill people.
Kill.
Firestorm.
But the firestorm didn't hurt them.
Fair.
So I think I'm gonna do option number 2 and say, fuck this pleasure barge. We don't need it anyways.
Oh, I would say this before you maybe make your choice, because this could be potentially important. When Yanni cast the firestorm, as the foliage kind of burned and withered away, literally sometimes like physically recoiling, the wood itself is untouched.
Interesting.
Invested in that fireproof. Yeah.
So
Smart investment.
It was an
maybe
enchantment,
not
she had
fuck
to buy
this
it.
pleasure barge. Oh. Darian, did you get back on the boat? I know you were flying. Did you land back on the boat?
I didn't specify that I'm flying again, but I'm okay. Do what you feel like you gotta do. I could fly if it starts sinking.
That's true. We can all fly. We can all fly. We can all fly. We can all fly. I just really want to just get all of these weird trip plans out of the way, and maybe also, if there's anyone else hiding in the bushes, get them to show up as well. So I will cast Earthquake on the pleasure barge.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
let's talk. Go ahead and cast the spell.
Lyra, I hate it here.
What does it?
No matter where I put it, it covers the entire boat.
Yeah. Talk to me about how Lyra procures this shattering display of magical destruction.
I think because it's Lyra, I think she just holds out her hand and snaps, and the snap itself just is a seismic wave that ripples through the boat.
Hell yeah, that's an awesome description. Go ahead.
But is it like a sassy snap?
What is
It's
it?
like, have
What
you
is
who has played Final Fantasy X? It's definitely like a Shiva Diamond Dust snap, that kind of snap.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Yeah, Clancy, that kind of snap. Okay, performance. Surprisingly, I'm okay at these. Okay. Never mind.
Okay. Okay.
I had
Your
a bunch of
eloquence
thoughts go
card,
through my
right?
head, and then
Do you have the silver tennis?
oh yeah. So the lowest I can roll, isn't that just charisma and or persuasion and deception though?
Yes. It's not silver. Damn it. I was trying to give it to you so hard. All right.
Well, the
15.
other thing I was thinking of was sirens get performance advantage, but
You're not siren.
it's if you're right. I'm not a siren, and it's only if you're using your voice. So
True. Hey, Shiva, that's worth it. Roll me a D100, please. The DC is very high.
I got a
Ooh, that might actually do
77.
it. Oh,
Yeah, that's the year I was born. That's got to be worth something.
92, right? I can do
I
math.
rolled
87,
doubles.
92.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That will not be enough. If you want to, you could beg Clancy for her Demon Inspiration and try to reroll one of those two.
Done. I don't want to make Tyler beg. Use it, Tyler.
She said,
But what if I roll worse, Clancy?
For the
That's not
performance,
for
you rolled a
me.
4.
Yeah, just
on the
re-roll the
That's
performance.
only for me. Yeah.
I mean, you probably will, because that's how this works. But
Shh.
I
Look at that.
I rolled 6 more,
Okay,
Hey.
which means it's a 98.
98.
it's a 98.
Yeah.
Crap. In D&D, there is a rule that essentially holds true for everything where you have to make a roll against something else. The person who has to make the roll has to meet it to beat it. That's a simple rhyme, right? Like you meet the AC, you beat it, you get to make an attack. You meet the saving DC, you resist against the spell. You meet a god level DC trying to resist the effect that you're placing upon something, you beat it. And shit happens.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
But what if it's bad?
Tyler just broke the world. Woo!
I just became a god, guys. I don't know how to do with this.
you had one job, Lyra.
Tyler, I feel your anxiety so bad. The whole like something cool just happened. Did I hurt it? Did I break it? Are we all dead because of me?
Let's see who's
That's
still up.
I feel that. I'm right there with you, man.
I literally just became a god like 2 hours ago.
Still learning how to do this stuff. Roll me a 5d6 if you would. That's for you, Lyra.
Yeah. That many.
How much was it?
15.
15.
Bludgeoning damage. For the people on the boats.
Fail save. Interesting. Okay. This one over here does fall below deck. Sorry.
Which one? Who? What?
This one's-
Oh,
below
bye.
As
Sorry.
there are some cracks that happen as the entire boat is rocked back and forth. Darian, I need you to make me that con save as well, please.
I cried when it was gone.
Hey,
Daphne,
hey, I
have
love
to-
you.
You have to make that one.
I love you. My DC is 24. I love you.
I made it. I made it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
But I'm yelling at you while I do it. I go, what the fuck?
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
Daphne,
Yeah.
you... How much was it again, Lyra? 15 points. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do I also go below deck?
Yes.
Okay.
But now you'll know what's under there.
Yay!
All by yourself.
All by
And
my-
yeah, the Ghost Lord very easily also saved. Daphne, we'll get to you when we get to your turn. Just remind me, obviously. As you do that, there are cracks that appear. You were expecting a lot more impact on the ship, but it is as some of the planks start to splinter and cave in. You can see that there seems to be a spectral glow that is shining through each one of the crevices. It is so bright indeed that you can't really look down into it. You just see one of the rafts like descend down. And then you watch in horror as a crack from like the staircase kind of opens up, and Daphne also drops
Bye.
down.
We can fly. We can all fly. We got wings.
What's
Does
gonna be a
anything
cool
happen
thing
with
too-
the rest of the flowers?
The flowers themselves, I mean, they're technically neither structure nor creature. They're kind of like swaying around with two, like a lot of the petals and stuff like that are being shot off, and there's maybe spores that are being released, but it doesn't destroy them per se. I will say with this one, I will say to give a little bit of credence though to what Damon had earlier said, there's like these waves that are kind of like pushing out from the bows of the ship outward, and the souls kind of go up and then down. There's definitely like you've made a ripple in the Nether Sea. You made a splash.
Of course she did. Are we surprised? I, as a bonus action, will, with my same outstretched hand that just caused an earthquake, basically unfurl my hand, and from my fingertips, fate strings will shoot out towards the Ghost Lord and wrap around his limbs, and I would like to use my epic boon.
Alrighty, tell me more. Tell everyone on the stream more, really.
So, for my epic boon, I can expend a bardic inspiration, of which I have 8 now. Whoopsie. And target a creature and learn 2 of its actions that it will take as its next course of action, and I can decide which one it will do. And then it has to save against my charisma save, and it has to follow that action on its next turn if it fails the save.
You suddenly see... I will say this. It appears that your fate abilities are suppressed. But as you're pushing
Oh, I did
it,
forget about that.
as you're pushing through it, you're trying to really lean into the deific powers that are coursing through your veins. And what you see is a divergence where he just seems to take in more of the souls, and the shadowy wisps are still cascading off of him. Or the second one, as you see him step back, look up towards the sky, say words, and then suddenly rapidly ascend.
Did it look like...
No follow-up questions,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, obviously we don't want him to get more souls. And I'm assuming it doesn't break the ritual, but does it seem like it at least stalled the ritual, the second option?
What you see before that future disappears is that the souls, almost like an inverted waterfall, stream up with him.
Well, I don't want him to get further away from us and still be able to become a god. So I will try and make him have to stay here and still more ritual bullshit.
Already, he does save. As you try to bind him towards that, his
I'm
massive
shocked.
eye just kind of swivels over towards you. And he can tell that something odd just happened where you try to bind him to a specific fate. He looks at the string that you try to bind him with as he coils it around one of his fingers and rips it off his throat.
And then I think that's all I can do. So
Alrighty.
I'll just stay here.
As with that, he's just like shouting as he does. More of the souls are cascading down into his throat, not at all limiting his ability to speak or scream, as that is going to move him halfway towards ascension. This wrath is going to move after you, Darian.
We beat again.
She's going to hover above you a little bit and try to kick you down so that you fall prone upon the ship. So go ahead and make me either an athletics or an acrobatics check, your choice.
Wow. That's the third one.
Listen, she rolled a natural 2, which is lower than your natural run. So at least there's that. Even though it is clumsy as fuck, your foot gets stuck, whatever it might be, you know what? You cannot technically critically fail a skill check. And then she's just gonna frustrated attack, rolls her own natural 1. Second or third attack, technically miss, and last attack is a nat 20, of course. That is going to be 86 points of damage. Do you have anything to reduce that? You don't have your Warcry active.
No, but I can't. Then the nat 20 just hits. That's
Yeah.
right. I was like, I can't just say no.
I can just say no. Alrighty. She ends her turn there, hovering above the ground. You see the Ghost Lord kind of look at us for a second at the string before him as he kind of holds it up with two hands and then looks at you. And Lyra, there's maybe a little bit of a cold shiver that runs down your back as you realize there's maybe a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy as you wanted to choose the one, and he now sees what that choice would have been, the one that you wanted him to take. He considers his options. I'm gonna roll for something. This is just gonna be a straight luck roll for things and stuff, okay? And then he's going to look up towards Yanni. He's going to step back towards the edge of the boat. Looks around, makes direct eye contact with you, Yanni. And as he speaks a language you don't necessarily understand, Yanni, you do know what he is doing. The Ghost Lord is casting the Wish spell.
Can't do anything about it. I used my reaction already.
Oh boy.
Unless you can cast Wish as a reaction as a god.
Nope. I mean, you
Didn't
still don't
figure.
have a reaction time.
Yeah, but as a god, you know,
As a
godlike reflexes.
godlike reflexes, you got to work on those. Because you guys are just so new, so cute, so neophyte. As suddenly, you suddenly see as the Ghost Lord's form concaves. His hands snap inward, and it's almost like a massive gravitational force is starting to compact him down. As flesh and sinew, bone and just like pink slime push down. It's just like the head at the top there as he shouts, and then the head itself is compacted in. And for a second, it's just like this undulating mass of flesh as even that seems to compact down, and then even more souls and shadows start to flit towards him. And you watch as the Ghost Lord shoots upward. You watch as hundreds of the souls start to move upward. It is almost like an inverted maelstrom as it shoots up into the air after this cascading spot, and blood and gore and bones rain down from where the Ghost Lord had ascended, raining down upon you guys. And you can see high above you all now, looking down upon everything else. It's just like this maelstrom with you at the center. So it's kind of like this curtain that blocks out vision all around the ship as you look up towards whatever the hells the Ghost Lord just did. And that's where we're going to take a quick break. See you guys here shortly. Whoo-wee, this is going to be good. Oh man. Oh man. Hey, you did get your firestorms off. I'm proud of you guys. And before the break, the group was fighting upon the Ultros, an ancient barge that once held Lutheria, one of the Titans. In its bowels, Yanni presumes, is the body, corpse, whatever remains, of Thalios, one of the brothers of Lutheria that not so long ago was pulling the barge through the Nether Sea. The fight has now continued as the Ghost Lord starts to fly up into the air and is high above, some hundreds of feet above you all, still starting to suck in a bunch of the souls, apparently continuing the ascension. You still have some of the wraths around you. Most of them seem to be affected by whatever the weird, pollen effect is of the flora around you. Daphne has fallen through the cracks into the lower bowels of the ship, and we'll get there in a second too. As Daphne, you fall into the lower parts of the ship. You land hard upon what feels like decking. But as you look around, you can see that much of it has been torn out and reshapen. And you look ahead, you can see thousands of souls trying to push through, creating the spectral light that is pushing out into all directions. As you look around, you do see up ahead, behind you really, a hole that was carved into the floor very haphazardly, and out of it is sticking the blindfolded head of Thalios, the Titan. You can see that his nostrils are ever so gently moving, breathing. It appears that Thalios, the Titan, is still alive. He is, you can see his face. The rest of him kind of seems to disappear. It's almost like they cut out a little bit of the decking right here to like have his face peek out, and then you believe the rest of it must be underneath. Yes. His mouth is sewn shut. His eyes seem to have a blindfold over it. What do you want to find out? Make me an Arcana check if you would. Hey, there you go. Yes, he 100% is tied to the ritual. With a natural 20 for a total of 31, I will say, though, whatever wish the Ghost Lord just wished made him a new anchor. It's like he used the original body of Thalios to kind of tie all these souls to the ship, and these are now starting to flip upward. And you can see that they're pushing past you, where before they were all pushing towards Thalios' body, they're now flowing upward and building this maelstrom. As you look up past everything with the ship kind of rumbling still, you look upward and you can see this maelstrom of souls, thousands upon thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of them, ascending towards the spot of shadow and darkness that became the blob that the Ghost Lord turned into before he kind of like disappeared from a viewpoint where you can easily make out features. Now it's just a point of swirling darkness above you. It appears, to answer your question more directly, that Thalios is not directly tied to this anymore. However, his spark clearly worked as an anchor before. With a natural 20 for a total of 31, a dark, maybe devious idea, like an intrusive thought, pops into your mind. You could perhaps use Thalios one last time for whatever this ascension ritual is that the Ghost Lord is working on could presumably work on one of you. And if you tied it to all three of you, maybe the three of you could share it. It would take the sacrifice, and I cannot belittle this enough, of Thylea, which maybe we don't really care about because this is not really a developed NPC, let's be real. And hundreds of thousands of Thylean souls. For the next little bit, it's going to be narrative. I'll ask each one of you one thing that you kind of want to focus on, and then we'll... I'm guessing you guys are not going to let the Ghost Lord do whatever he wants to do? Okay, cool. Okay. As you rush over and you try to help him, go ahead and make me a medicine check. Darian, you just decapitated one of the wraths. There are multiple still around. What do you do as you still see this threat around you? Lyra and Yanni, the two of you see as Darian seems to just turn into a whirring, silvery, but also kind of like starry blur, moving just back and forth, cutting limbs and wings and heads off of bodies, disposing of the last that were actually threatening you, while the others that are cowering are slowly also being taken care of. While this is happening, Yanni, what's up? Oh, good to know. Hi. Lots of stuff is happening. Don't worry about it. Daphne has checked into Thylea, specifically wanting to make sure that he could be brought back as he's tied to the ritual. He was tied to the ritual, no more, but she's now going to attempt to try to bring him back. She answered in the negative, not wanting to necessarily disintegrate her godhood herself, since she's taking a little bit the Paragon path instead of the Renegade path. And so, yeah, that's the main one. Darian is going around and annihilating the rest of the Wraith mommies.
That's such a shame.
You'll just remake them better, right? That's how guys do.
I'll plan it. I'll be like, when I remake the world.
Alrighty.
Does Daphne share anything? Because technically my earthquake keeps going. So if we don't want to destroy the boat, I should probably stop earthquaking the boat.
I mean, I'll let you guys know I found Thylea. I don't know if it would be a bad thing necessarily to destroy the boat.
I'm down to destroy the boat if we think we should destroy the boat. Then I will keep earthquaking the boat.
Okay.
It does 50 bludgeoning damage every turn against structures.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, as you focus on sinking the boat, Yanni, what are you doing? That will drown Thylea. Just want to make that clear for you, Daphne.
Ooh.
And if you guys have questions, shoot them in chat too.
Then maybe never mind.
Can you drown a god?
Do you guys have wild
If he
breathing?
doesn't, I say, but if he can't cast it on himself.
He's been down here the whole time. How did he not drown that whole time?
Well, right now his face is in the hold of the boat.
Well, we can cast water breathing, right?
Yeah, technically. For free.
Woof-wee. You do have to be conscious to be able to do that. He does seem to be unconscious. Alrighty. So, Yanni, while that's happening, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out how to do this the whole time that we were on break. Okay, something I probably should have thought of a long time ago. But do I have any insight from having developed this spell, the Ascension spell, as to whether or not a wish would be potentially able to undo the godhood of those of the gods that Pharaohs created, or is that a specific weakness we built into the spell?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage. Roll one more
It
time.
did not roll with advantage.
Yeah.
39.
Alrighty. Yes, it's something that Helios in particular purposely built into that. He was terrified in building something that could just like creating Titans 2.0. He, however, learned that from Pharaohs. So it was something that he essentially reverse engineered from the original spell that was cast upon the Sunk Titans, or whatever you can call them, the 8. And so there is a way, but your heart sinks as you realize Pharaohs would have been the way. If you guys would have been able to maybe, like in a different reality, bring Pharaohs to your side, he could have unmade all of the gods that he created. Yeah, that was tied to him.
Okay. And then the other plan. Trying to think of the right wording for this, but I'm gonna take my point of exhaustion and use my God wish.
Get it.
And I'm going to wish that. Let's see. How do I want to word this? Okay. I wish that the Ghost Lord was no longer able to anchor his ritual to any available divine spark.
Oh man.
I feel like that meme where it's the lady and all the numbers are across her face, and she's just like trying to put it all together.
Here's the thing. I'll just show you guys behind the screen here. The Ghost Lord has seized, and something else is there. Specifically, this little something else is high above you guys. Because you cast a wish spell, I want to make sure that I give that credence. There's a creature now with 4 massive black shadowy arms that is kind of like starting to come out. We'll say as part of you casting the wish spell, you see the Ghost Lord's head, the skull kind of land, the eyes completely burnt out, and as you see, what remains of the Ghost Lord has seized, and the thing that has taken his space, his whatever he used to be, is now called Odium. As the thing has succeeded to partially ascend, it is now how above. So the problem with the wording, the thing that I want to give you, is how can you hold it back? Because certainly it was based in the Ghost Lord's essence. It's just no longer the Ghost Lord.
Well, what I said was the Ghost Lord's ritual. It's still so technically that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I'll just give it to you. I really don't want to. Yeah. All right, that ends that. As this half-born greater god is now hanging above you guys, the souls all fall away and just start to rain down around you guys.
I don't seem to be able to give myself a point of exhaustion. I'm trying.
I got you, boo.
Because I want to play fair.
All right. With your 15, Daphne, you can tell that Thylea is in a very deep, very, very ill slumber. But it's also like to the point where he is exhausted, destroyed. Like he will take some care to feel better sooner, which will take some time. But you can probably nurse him back to health.
We don't got the time for that though. Magical slumber, you said, basically?
Seems like it.
Okay. Well, I guess while he's conveniently asleep, can I take the Titan's Bane and... Cool.
Go ahead and describe it. You know what it looks like. Describe to us what it looks like when you cut it open.
Sure. So, the Titan's Bane sword that has been with the party off and on for a while now. Being gifted to random people, being lost, you know. She'll take it and then very carefully, like, do her best not to nick him any... He doesn't need any more damage. But very carefully start to slice away at all the gruesome threads that have tied his lips and his eye shut. Can't remember if he has one eye or two.
It's technically two.
Or
yeah.
three.
They all did. Yeah, it's anyway.
Yeah. So she'll... I don't know if you want to roll, because like she's trying to be careful, but she can't take forever.
You're God.
Okay. So, yeah. Carefully doing that, and then I don't know if maybe I am good enough as a spellcaster to try and like do a dispel magic or something on the
Sure.
slumber.
Go for it.
You can also cast Greater Resto now.
Thank
Don't forget.
you. Greater Resto might be better. Yeah, we'll do the Greater Restoration. Use that godly ability. I think.
Alrighty. What does it look like as you wave away the slumber from Thylea?
I think it's again like that blue flame, like that's gonna be your theme. But it's more of like not a scorching heat, but a warmth, the kind of warmth you wake up to when it's a chilly day in the house, but you got like just a nice warm cozy bed. It's just something to kind of lull you back up. More of a feeling, really. She's trying to like be the gentle goodness that he's maybe been missing for a while.
The eye sockets are empty, and the mouth is
shit.
parched. The tongue is cut. But as the Titan turns to you, you feel a telepathic, not a power that is giving it too much credence, a whimper, a longing for the lack of pain reach out to your mind. Do you let him in?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
This is not a possession. This is,
I know, I'm just teasing.
No, it's totally fair, especially with the campaign so far. And as you do, Thelyos' mind has been so broken that he does not speak. There are no words that are being brought to you, but it's just the emotion of fear, of feeling small, of feeling claustrophobic and trapped as he begins to weakly move within the under sections of the barge.
She would try to speak to him in Giant, I think. I guess Daphne doesn't speak any languages. I'm pretty sure she speaks Giant.
No,
I think we've
languages.
found out that
There.
you speak Giant.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I took.
That's fine. What do you say?
A lot has happened. Letheria's gone. Sidon is dead. If you wish to live in a world without them, you can do so. But you need to get to safety. Otherwise, what can I do for you? Essentially asking, if he's done.
Make me an insight check.
Lyra, can you come here? You're better at these.
She put you down
Lyra.
there.
Lyra, come back.
With a
I'll
20
come down there in a minute.
with a 22, he goes very still as you speak in Giant to him, and he hears words that are not commands, telling him where he needs to go, where he needs to stop. At first he flinches, but recognizing the softness with which you speak, the soothing nature of your voice, his demeanor changes a little bit. The thoughts that come back to you, once again, are so broken. If you've ever seen a dog at a shelter that has been abused, that's it. Thelyos is a broken god. He calms a bit, though. And you realize that he realizes that for the first time in eons, he might be safe. And then you hear Lyra from above. Lyra, what do you shout down to try to get Daphne's attention?
Daphne, do you want me to keep destroying the boat, Daphne? I know you're under there. I'm so sorry.
I'd rather you not. Or give me a moment.
I will just drop concentration on the earthquake.
The thrashing about slowly starts to subside.
Thanks.
Is everything okay down there? I just pop. I just do a 180 and just pop my head under the boat.
I don't want to say Daphne Vanna Whites, but also things aren't looking that great. Lyra, I don't know what to do. Lyra.
Talk to me, girly. What's happening? So Thelyos alive.
Not doing so hot.
You've cut the strings off of his eyes and mouth.
Yes.
Mentally, spiritually, emotionally unwell.
Yep. Ticked off all the boxes. It's gonna take more than therapy to fix this.
Ooh. Can I do anything? What the fuck do I have? I'm not a cleric. I will. What level spell is that? Hold, please. Hold for just a moment.
You stopped rocking the boat, so I don't have to hold on to anything.
I never stop rocking the boat.
Okay, physically.
I will try and take after Daphne and go into mother mode. And I will kind of just like, I mean, he's very large, right? He's bigger than all of us, right?
Yeah.
He's a titan.
Yeah, he's like the size of the bridge, essentially.
I will just kind of like caress the side of his face and just be like, hey, there's a lot going on right now, but we're definitely trying to help you. And I will, unfortunately, give all three of us a level of exhaustion because I don't have my regular wish spell because we haven't slept since I used it the last time. But I will, I guess the first thing that pops into her head is maybe if I can physically fix him, it will help him with all the other stuff that's broken. And I will use a god wish to cast regenerate on him.
Okay. Let me mark off some exhaustion levels really quick.
Which, hopefully, if it works, in theory, should regrow his body parts.
You cast it upon him. The things that were done to him were done by another god. When you try to counteract something that another god did, you will have to make the D100 roll. That has probably been clear by now.
Right, we've done this a couple times now with Daphne's mom. And
Yeah. So what I would like you to do is roll me a medicine check and add a D100 to it.
what's my medicine? Not great. Can I use my fate dice for the medicine check?
You don't have.
Or is
You
I
could,
do
but
have
you-
a fate dice.
Oh, for that. What's
But
that?
I don't know if that is included in my fate
get
stuff
what
isn't
fate?
working. It'll roll again, but technically the one I have is a 15. I still have it written down in the actual, you see where it's in parentheses?
Yeah. No, you can make it count. Why not?
Okay, then I'll use that for my medicine check, and my medicine's a +9, so it'll be a 24 for the medicine check. So hopefully I roll a decent D100. Or I roll a divine inspiration and Elena jumps through the computer at me and strangles me, and then that's the end of the game.
It's weird. My one wish is that you die.
Oh, I rolled a 93.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
So 117?
That's
Is
awesome.
that right? 93 plus 24, 117?
What I'll say is it's enough, but if you want to get precise numbers, you totally can do the math. As you do. I'm also trying to.
If you go over 100, does the carryover count as a second divine inspiration? Because then it would be a 17.
You see the gray flesh with its hundreds upon hundreds of scars and markings very, very slowly begin to stitch itself together as the magic takes hold.
Oh yeah, I guess it also heals him. I was just worried about his missing eyeball and missing tongue.
You think this is going to work, but it will take a minute.
Yeah,
This is like Deadpooling. It's like a tiny little tongue is starting to form, and like tiny little like nerve endings are starting to fill together for the thing. So you're like,
just keep everything closed until it's back to normal. I close his mouth. I close his eyelids.
And you hear a massive roar from above. Darian and Yanni. You see, with Yanni interfering with the ritual, this half-formed greater god is now raging. As this thing starts to come descending down towards you guys, veers off to the side and then descends into the water, sending a massive shock wave. Balmitria lands at the same time, kind of stabilizing the ship for a little bit, as the head kind of pokes out for a second. What do you guys do? What do you guys tell the other two?
I would probably, in my head to them or in the ring, whatever we're doing, I'd be like, I know what you're doing is probably important, but things are really bad up here.
Nope, you're right. We are still in the middle of a fight. I
think I disrupted the ritual, but the Ghost Lord is something different
He's
in a bad
Daddy
way.
now.
Don't we already have a Shadow Daddy that we have to deal with on Thylea? Shadow Behemoth Daddy Dragon thing?
I don't think that's Shadow.
When I said I had daddy issues, I didn't mean like there were too many of them. So like I don't need this fixed this way either.
You know, it's getting to be too many daddies for me too, actually, if we're
Honestly,
being
yeah.
honest.
Wow. Okay. Didn't know we're at that point. But yeah, he just dove into the water. Be ready.
Ooh.
As he dives into the water, you suddenly hear the thousands upon thousands of souls around you scream. Daphne and Lyra, do you guys leave Telios behind to be hopefully safe on the ship? Do you guys want to remain on the ship? What's your plan?
It's okay if you want to go.
I just don't think I have anything that would help him at this point in time, in this moment.
I'm trying to look. I don't have any.
Let me
got
let me put it this way then. Combat is going to ensue. What do you do to prepare yourselves? This thing is going to attack you. Things are going to happen. I want you guys to
Probably
have
pee a
the
little.
agency. And what do you guys want to do in preparation?
Probably gonna pee a little.
Free
Just
action.
a little.
If you really want to squeeze it out, that's a bonus.
Like this is like right before we're about to have combat.
Sure.
I'm gonna do Guardian of Nature on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a tree form.
Not the tree form.
The primal beast does nothing for me. This at least lets me take Constitution saves with advantage, and
Oh,
I
hell
get
yeah.
to roll with advantage for my attacks.
Power of trees.
Alrighty. What does it look like as you take on the tree form?
I mean, I kind of feel like it is a little bit. It's weird. Like she hasn't lost her starry form, but it's almost like if you could picture a tree growing in space. Like it's the leaves that come off her are still an extension of it. Like her skin just takes on a more crackled like look. And then where she's standing, like around her in a circle, it's more like tendrils than roots.
Alrighty. Anything else that the rest of you guys do? How do you want to prepare? What else do you want to cast? How do you want to buff yourselves?
Can I cast another thing?
Sure.
Freedom of movement on myself.
Sure.
It's not gonna help. This guy looks spooky.
I don't really have any buffs.
Hear me out. Look at Daddy. This may be one of the worst ideas I've ever had. And then I'm going to cast Banishment on Thylea.
Interesting.
Are you sure you want to concentrate on that during this fight?
Why?
Well, I'm not concentrating on anything else. Regenerate is not a concentration spell. I don't think anything else that I could concentrate on would help us against whatever the Ghost Lord is now.
Okay, just making sure.
I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, it's darkness, hex, suggestion, old monster. Yeah, I think I'm okay with maybe getting Thylea off the board.
I
At
appreciate
least
you.
momentarily. If it works. I don't know.
No, I appreciate you.
Suppose he can try and save against it if he really wants to.
I mean, hopefully this will just be more of like the harmless demi-plane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or, you're sending him home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think could we talk to him? What if we talk to him before you do it?
Well, he doesn't have a tongue, right?
But he can
I thought you
hear.
regenerated him.
Well, it takes a while. I don't know how much time is best.
I have a
I
feeling
mean,
we're not gonna
I'm
have.
trying to not rush you guys. I'm trying to give you guys time to maximize whatever you want to do. We can jump into the combat if you guys would like to. You tell me what you would like to do.
Well, I think we want to banish Telios. It's just a matter of do we want to do that
Is
without...
Is regeneration a concentration spell?
Nope.
Cool. So that'll keep going.
For an
Yeah.
hour.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just do we feel like we need to, because he can hear us, do we need to tell him that he's going to be safe to not resist it?
Oh yeah, I guess I
can
could
tell
tell
that,
him. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna try and at least momentarily get you out of here. So, if you want that to happen, that's what's about to happen. If not, feel free to try and stop it from happening. Hey, do you, boo?
Alrighty. Alrighty. You translate this to Thylea, and a little bit of a tear runs to the side. The thoughts kind of reaching out and once again hanging onto your mind, Daphne. And just that familiarity, that assurance, that feeling of you're safe seems to calm him enough that Lyra, as you cast banishment, the ship violently rocks to the side. Yanni, Darian, as you guys are upon the ship, you see that hundreds of the souls that are within the Nether Sea seem to blacken and turn into black, shadowy mist. One by one. It's like souls are going out. It is as if this new form of the Ghost Lord is infecting, corrupting the sea itself now. As they're starting to sail upwards.
Guys, we got to deal with this thing now.
I forgot you were gonna try and do a thing with Thylea. Itzy. That was my bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Nope, we're good. If he's safe, then we can focus on trying to stop things. So
Everything I touch is wrong.
No, I didn't stop you. Because I figure, honestly, he's probably not... The DM signals I'm getting is that he's not going to be a lot of help. So it's better for him
you guys can do plenty. What do you guys want to do? We'll just make that up. There's no DM signal straight up. Like, what do you guys want to do?
No, it just sounds like he was not of sound mind and body. Yeah.
Mentally,
yeah, so,
there's a lot of stuff that he might have to go through to like be back to himself, whatever that means in the future. But like, sure, like, is that what you would like to do? Get Thylea on your side to fight with you guys?
He could also be that too many times kicked junkyard dog that finally gets free and sees the last thing that chained him up.
I don't necessarily want him to fight with us because I know he's battered and beaten. But I forgot that you mentioned that, like, Daphne had with her Arcana check was like, maybe you can use him to a similar ritual thing.
That kind of sounds like killing him, though, and that feels
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I'm like,
you could have done the inverse too and probably turned him into a greater god if you guys wanted to. Yanni has now shut that down, I will say.
Oh.
I don't know if
then
that was ever
Then we banish him.
Greater god?
So he was a titan, and the titans are also not greater gods. A greater god is on the level of Thylea before she died, and Kentimani.
So they would be more like an intermediate god, somewhere between us and them.
Got it.
Makes sense.
Then I think
that's the perfect way to go. Get him out of here.
Bring him into the fight. If you would like to have someone else, why don't we just do that? I think that was the intention. Let's roll with it. As you guys, I guess maybe for immersion's sake, just to keep the story on track a little bit, what do you guys do in the meantime to wait for Thylea to kind of heal up a little bit? How do you guys protect the ship?
What are we protecting it from?
Banish the ship.
For prepared spells, Tyler. Say that again.
I didn't. I just gave myself a spell slot back because I didn't banish Thylea.
That's right. What were you saying, Damon? Sorry.
I was asking what we need to protect the boat from specifically. Is he raining stuff down on us?
Yeah, he would approach, but I also don't want to intrude with what you guys have planned. So we'll just say as the corruption kind of is ongoing, you guys choose when you step in. He is sending souls upward towards what appears to be Thylea. So it seems like the ghosts or shadows or the hell he's creating are ready to kill people up top.
I would probably just most likely using the Empyrean bolt thing, just pop
like
off
one at a time.
Just as many as just anything that's close enough that I see that could be a threat to people on the real material plane part or whatever. I would just try and pop off as many as I could.
Sounds good.
I realize it's a losing battle to try and take them all out that way, but whatever I can do.
Sure thing. Yeah, you have like this laser beam of knowledge that you just shoot around. You try to catch as many as you can, and there's maybe a swath that is the size of Themis that is saved, but you definitely see thousands of them rising up into the material plane.
Do I say a part of this creature at all?
Sure.
Okay. Obviously, I would try to time it, but just to be transparent, because I see this creature in the sea, I would have the plan that I'm going to try to cast Water Walk on it.
Water walk on it? That's funny. Let me double check something real quick.
It's 30 feet.
Does
Wow.
it have to be a willing creature?
It just says if you target a creature submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
That's fucking hilarious. I'll say that
So,
he would try to resist it, but you know what? Let's do it. That could be fun. Go ahead and cast the spell, and then... Oh boy. Make me... Are you proficient in Arcana by chance?
it's really sweet of you to ask me that. I'm not.
Okay. Go ahead and
I should
make me
see
just a
things
straight
good.
wisdom check then.
Disadvantage. Oh, that's right.
And then roll me a d100.
It's been so fun playing with you guys. Really. I love D&D. I love D100 rolls. It's just everything I love about.
You know, Elena, with roles like that, you should try playing a cleric sometime.
You know, I think that is the only character I can play. Joke's on you. I alter self. I'm Estrella now. It's weird. I'm just-
Whoa!
Estrella all along.
Yep. As you attempt to do that, the creature just seems to shrug off the effect of the magic immediately, innately, and you get the sense it's immune.
Yeah, you know what? Fair. I got you. Guys! Guys, I'm really not doing well tonight, please.
Seriously, guys, shit's going down up here. What are we waiting for?
To make a decision. Okay, David.
Yeah.
Is the boat destroyed enough to where I can tell the souls are also starting to be plucked up or
From where?
out or whatever? Is there
Like an opening?
My
Yes, you can
understanding-
see
yeah,
an
okay.
opening, yeah.
Okay. So I know Lyra's used Wish. I technically have the Promethean Fire. And that one has Wish.
It will zonk you of strength, though. This one is different.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hold up. Too many.
Only
words
if
at the same
you-
time.
Only if you don't use it to,
Well,
or if you do use it to cast a weird thing, or
Hold up. Let me read my
actually-
own shit. There's
I
just
think
too
it
much
is the
going on at
classic
that level.
Wish.
So
Yeah.
much homebrew.
just kidding. I think Promethean Fire. It specifically says you don't suffer the drawbacks
Yep.
if you're divine.
You are divine, so no drawbacks.
Oh, cool. Well,
But
guys,
it is just one charge, right? That was the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I can't pass it and then have you guys.
Right,
pass
right,
it.
right,
It's,
right, right.
It's a 1-day use
No
thing.
buff up.
Right.
Um,
What if you wish for a giant four-sided joint and we all just get really high on the boat?
So I'm trying to
You
think
like
of a
the
way to buy it.
middle, and then it just separates the joints into 4 pieces anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
How does
That's
this
why
work?
you get a bomb.
Magic. It's magic.
All right. Maybe you guys can help. I'm trying to think of a way to buy us time to stop the spirits from being collected, at least for a bit.
I was looking through all my crap trying to figure out if there was a way I could do that, and short of another wish, I don't know that there is.
I mean, that's what she's doing. Right? Am I understanding that correctly?
I am using sort of another wish. Yeah, I am.
Could you just do a collective time stop?
Yeah. We're all in it.
We're all in this.
Yeah, I'm down for doing the.
That's the only thing I know of that like pauses stuff. Even God stuff.
Well, think even beyond that scale, because I mean, time stop is a cool spell and all, but you can't really interact with anything and all that other stuff. This is a wish.
True.
Like Yanni cut out a mechanic of the combat. Think in those terms. Like, what do you want to do? If you, I will tell you this, and this is the thing that I was torn about for a second. If you directly affect something, and I almost rolled against it, but I also didn't want to argue with Damon. It's like there is going to be an opposed roll. So if you directly affect Odium, that is going to be an opposed roll. If you try to affect something surrounding, like the context of the battlefield that you're in, that's different. Or yourselves, of course.
What if you... Oh, no, I guess that would technically directly affect him. Which
like
we
the
were
only
just
thing...
warned against.
The only thing I can think of is I wish there was... And this isn't me saying the wish, but like the only thing I can think of is we need somebody else that can control the dead.
Girl, if you bring her back into the
but I don't
she's
want
gonna
to.
be
No,
so pissed.
I
She's
do
gonna be
not want
so
to.
mad.
Lutheria all along. It's like
I
every time you guys
do
needed
not want
anything, it was
to.
Lutheria.
No, I do not want to. I do not want to bring her
She
back.
will kill all of us.
Do we have to be greater gods to do that?
Technically, Argenti wished her into the fight.
Well, no,
He
I'm
reached
saying,
out to her and she said yes.
can you give us the ability to control the?
Oh,
enemy?
control the souls?
Like if we have the ability to do that, then it's an even playing field, at least in regards to we're both trying to do it.
Yeah. What if you wish that we can also absorb the souls?
No.
I don't know if I want to absorb them.
I do want to point out above table that we all now have one level of exhaustion. The next level of exhaustion affects your speed. Do we want all three of you with your speed halved?
She's doing it with the Promethean fire, which doesn't give us exhaustion.
Okay, I missed that part. Or I didn't miss it. I just completely forgot.
Not going on.
Never mind me.
What if
I was going to take the hit for the team because it's like I can Misty Step at will, so it's not that huge a deal for me. But
what if you wish him into a magic bubble that doesn't let the souls pass through it?
Technically affects it.
Yeah, that's fair.
what if you just wish that the souls were the souls of the dead were no longer susceptible to his control? That doesn't affect him directly, right?
That's true. It affects the souls.
Yeah, it affects his control.
Well, he still has the ability. The souls just aren't affected anymore.
That's kind of affects what he's doing.
Yeah.
What if you just wish the souls were somewhere else?
Affects what he's doing.
Well, anything would affect
Less.
what he's doing then,
That
and
is
it's
less
null
so.
and void.
So I could wish, technically, right? I could potentially wish for the spirits to be further away rather than wish for us, all like him and us, to be away.
Right. Keep
Right.
him and us here. Move the souls somewhere else.
Yeah.
Where
What
do
if you
move the
wish-
souls?
How would it be? Would it almost be like flavored like a wish mass banish?
Wish them into a demiplane?
Because that won't do. That would be the perfect way to let other gods, true gods, know that something fucky is happening.
What if, hear me out, what if you wish all of the souls into the same demiplane that Talieus is in.
Well,
You know what?
I know we don't want to make him a greater
Wait.
god. I don't think that's the plan.
didn't we not send Talios into the demiplane?
No, we didn't.
No,
We
I
didn't.
banished him.
No, we didn't.
No,
you
you
didn't.
can't. You
Remember?
counted the spell slot back up.
Oh, right, you're right. We didn't banish him. You're right,
Oh,
because
well,
we were
happened
told
to
not
happen.
to. You're right.
So let's see. Yeah, you know what? DM, if you would allow it, could I try like a mass banishment on these spirits?
All right.
Yeah.
It is going to be opposed only insofar as the souls he's currently corrupting are affected. So go ahead and give me a. You're proficient in Arcana?
I am. I'm
Is
not an
your
expert,
charisma
but I'm proficient.
score? Is your charisma ability score higher than your intelligence ability score?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's difference. Let me double check to make it easier. Go to make me an Arcana check and then add 3 to it.
Yep. I'm wondering if I just do like a +3. Is there a way to fuck with it? We'll just 3 is simple to add. We'll just roll.
It's 21, and then roll me D100.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
60. I can do math.
I'm glad you can, because I'm fried. That's probably not enough. That's okay.
You reach out and as you hold the fire aloft, the purple flame of it becomes incredibly bright for a second, turning into like a bright hot pink as it kind of just like extends outward. The burning sensation is not pleasant, but it doesn't burn as you hold it aloft, and everything kind of just washes out, and you watch as thousands upon thousands of souls are starting to be sucked towards it. It's almost like the souls themselves are moths drawn to a flame as Odium's head kind of just like rises out. The pits of darkness seem to kind of flash with light as it's kind of moving towards you. And you can see as every time it touches a place, the souls are still corrupted. And it's just desperately trying to corrupt as many hundreds of souls as it can before it is too late. That beacon also brings Odium closer and closer towards you.
Can I yell at Lyra to move and then I also start moving?
Oh, yeah, I'll move.
Where are you guys moving?
I don't
on
wanna
the-
be
on the-
here.
On the barge? Are you guys leaving the barge where it's at? What are you guys doing with that? Because you haven't done.
Just further.
So you can bring. I will say it'll take probably a little bit of extra juice to bring Talios back up to fighting power. You can absolutely do that.
I can throw a heal on him out of the Caduceus.
And he has the regeneration. Like that's if you want to top him off with that, you certainly can. I'm just saying like to bring him back to not just being a whimpering version of himself. If you want to do that, it might take a wish or something.
Yeah, that was my worry. That was why I was originally saying we should just banish him, because he would. I didn't think he would be to that fighting capability. I think it's more important than to just keep Odium. Is that his name now?
I mean,
Okay, Odium, away from Talios. So if that means I need to like fly up and move, yeah, I will do that.
Okay, fly and move. Are you guys banishing Talios as well, or are you guys wishing him to be capable of fighting?
I don't think the three of us can afford to wish.
I can. I can function well enough with half movement. Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, I can cast Long Strider on you. I mean, I know you can Misty Step, but if you did have to...
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
I don't think my movement speed is going to be the issue. I don't
Well,
think that's going to make or
technically,
break
us
anything.
having half speed is still 30 feet.
I don't care who does it, but let's just do it.
I'll do it.
Yanni? Okay. Yanni, as you get your second level of exhaustion, what do you do to try to bring Thylea back?
I wish Thylea was to be restored in mind and spirit, to be able to deal with the trauma he's faced and seek his revenge against the most recent of his torturers.
Your tattoos flash as you see a ley line that is maybe half a mile away from where you guys currently are at spark into existence, and the energy seems to kind of arc over, hanging in the air almost like an aurora borealis, northern lights flying towards Yanni as they're just sucked into that as you pulsing the energy into him. Suddenly there is a flash, and Yanni, you are transported away from this moment.
Oh.
Okay.
You
That's
find
not
yourself under a gigantic, world-encompassing tree. You see
Yggdrasil? Oh, sorry.
golden apples hanging off of the thousands of branches around. Leaned up against this tree, in an almost lazy attitude, as a bronze-skinned giant. Golden hair sits in locks upon his shoulders. Iridescent green eyes look up towards the sky as he takes a bite from one of the golden apples. You see the telltale third tattooed eye upon his forehead. A lazy smile is on his face. As the small haggling, maybe the size of his toe, is not even noticed.
Hello? Hello!
Takes another bite as some of the juice kind of rushes down the chin, and he goes like, kind of wipes it away. The massive muscle kind of like moving with it as he kind of stretches. And you seem to notice that there's no reaction as he kind of like lifts himself up from the tree itself. There's suddenly a flash of green that seems to catch the corner of your eye. You turn around and you see Thylea starting to approach. Brother. Make me an insight check, Yanni.
18.
You see a twitch around her eyes. Her pupils are so dilated as to usually indicate the abuse of some substance in mere mortals. The smile that she has is predatory, the teeth gnashing against one another as she approaches. But this iteration of Thylea before you seems to be completely ignorant of that fact. Thylea. Hello, sister. Are you still seeing our brother? It's really... Listen, everyone talks. We all talk. What you're doing with him is just... It's not right. I understand that we don't necessarily have much to. And she kind of approaches and puts a finger on his lips. I know you, Thylea, almost as well as I know myself. And Sidon. If you could have it your way, I would be yours. Tell me I'm wrong. He kind of pushes himself off. You can see the flush in his cheeks indicating that maybe there might be a kernel of truth in the things that she says.
No. We can create our loves. We have created Archimedes. We've created the other peoples. Just choose one of them. It is unnatural. You're going to create monsters with this. She's told me.
She has told you? Mother has told you? What has she told you?
That you are going to bring the world to disaster on this path. But it is not too late, sister. We can still change this fate. Reweave it. Think of it like a strand in a tapestry. Undo one strand at a time. Save the material and craft a different picture. It is like the chrysalis of the creatures that grow within their branches. Yes, it will shape the way that they look eventually, but you can change yours. You do not have to let brother control you.
Control me? You think he controls me? I control him. I have changed him, and he is finally exactly what I want him to be. He does what I want, when I want it. He listens to every one of my commands.
Sister, I don't think that is true. And I want to warn you against this path that you're taking.
She puts another finger on his lips. Let's stop talking like this, shall we? Today was a good day. I've crafted myself a new ship.
Congratulations.
I think I will call it the Hypnos. Yes, a seat of my dreams. I will sail the underworld, the nether sea. But I wanted you to see it first, before Sidon. Do you think you would do that?
The flush returns to his cheeks. I don't know if that's a good idea. He is very jealous. Just think what he did to...
Listen, the disagreement with the other siblings has been taken too far. It's just... Yes, he has his rages, but all of us do. Just think what happened to those poor little creatures 100 years ago. Just think what happened to the sirens. We learn from our mistakes, Thylea. We improve upon them. And you are one of the greatest builders of our time. You and, well, our brother, but... Please, just see the Hypnos with your own eyes. Tell me with your mouth what I should improve. Please, brother.
Sure.
His eyes, beautiful emeralds, look down towards you, and he frowns. Yanni, for the first time in this, he notices you as Lutheria seems to turn into a green fog and disappear.
Oh. Hello, little one. This is normally land for the gods. Are you sure you want to be here? We might step on you, and I don't want that to happen. What's your name?
As he kind of gets down on a knee. and looks down.
And is still towering over me by stories. I'm Yanni. I'm here to make sure you're okay.
His deep, bellyful laugh rumbles the earth underneath your feet.
Oh, I'm sorry I did not know I had a protector. That is great. And what should I look out for?
It's less that he's mocking you, but he's genuinely amused and kind of just like at this point saying, like he seems to just say, I'll lean into it.
What are we keeping me safe from?
Your sister and your brother, but more your sister.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry that you all have to worry like that. What happened to the City of the Silence was a terrible tragedy, and I've made agreements with them. It won't happen again, okay?
It's what she's going to do to you, what she's already done to you in my timeline.
What do you mean? And as he tries to say that, suddenly you see string pierce his lips as his mouth is sewn shut, and suddenly he falls, and you fall with him as you guys descend from a blackened starry sky down into the nether sea and land upon the Hypnos. You see all of the flora starting to wrap around him. It's like his eyes going wild as he looks up to Thylea, her eyes brilliant with magic as she puts the scythe upon his throat. I'm sorry, brother. You know how much love I carry for you, but I cannot let Sidon kill you too. You need to stay by me. Protect me if it ever is necessary. These headaches, they just keep coming, but now you will be my protector, and this way you can stay alive, but be by me, yes. By me and protect me, yes. His eyes are wild as he kind of looks around and finds you again. Yanni,
Yep.
what do you say or do? You see the vines starting to creep up.
You'll endure. We'll set you free. As soon as we can. When we do, there will be a great threat immediately present. It will be the creature that replaces your sister as your tormentor. And we need your help to put it down.
You watch as Thylea with her scythe scoops out his eyes, cuts off his tongue, re-sews the mouth shut. And you can see her casting spell after spell with the pollen assaulting his mind. Make me a perception check.
34.
There's a glint up in the stars that shines like a shooting star high up above, and you look towards it, and your eyes seem to go wide, and there's something that pulls you towards it. With the 34, your divinity seems to be attracted to another one up in the stars above, and you feel yourself looking upward. This is probably what it feels like to be Darian, you realize in this moment. And suddenly...
Before she was a god, right? Just mortal.
Yeah, this is normal Darian. You stand in a chamber that you have stood in before. At the edge of this room are glass walls. Next to the glass wall is a massive telescope. And looking through it, watching the scene unfold, chuckling, is Sidon. Going,
Good. Good girl.
He seems to not notice you.
You know, given that this seems to be some kind of like out of time experience, Yanni just looks at him and goes, "Why? Why all of this?"
Sidon stops. He looks around, like someone who heard a sound but cannot place where it is. Are you trying to hide from him?
No, not at all.
And ultimately his eyes squint down upon you.
What is this?
You'll meet me eventually. And you'll die at the hands of me and my friends.
He summons his glaive and tries to strike you down, but you reappear on the boat and you're just like, shit.
Okay, maybe got a little cocky there.
And then you watch as Lutheria seizes her ritual, completes it. Yanni, your conscience stays with Thylea for the eons that he pulls the barge from that moment forward.
Wow.
Speaking with the Titan, helping the Titan. You spend hundreds, if not thousands of years, you lose count, watching the manipulation of Lutheria by Sidon. You watch in what feels like the last blink of an eye of this eternity as a priest of Lutherius rises to power, a Chandras, who is the first of the priests to not only realize what happened to Lutheria and the manipulation that she suffered by Sidon, but acted upon it without being killed by Sidon in the process. The first to give her a tincture that let her mind be clear. Not long after Thylea was bound, you watched as Sidon brought an almost perfect drawing of you to her and whispered fear into her heart that a creature that looked like you would one day come and threaten her very life. That you would be her unmaking and that she would have to look for as one like you. You watch.
Well played. Well played.
You watch as the Titans play their games. But you are upon the Hypnos within the Nether Sea. You spend one small eternity, the space between 0 and 1, with Thylea. As the two of you build a bond that goes beyond friendship. A Titan who loved life and the mortal creatures that were lucky enough to walk upon his mother's corpse. The honor he wanted to do to her. The peace and happiness he wanted for them. Not advancement, not ambition, but just a good, simple life. To toil the earth, to reap the boons of your own work. To have children, but above all, even if you did not, to find love, to be loved in return, truly loved. And then die, to be safe. Thelyas's core wish above all, for happiness. What do you think Thelyas found out about Yanni? And how do you think Yanni changed in an eon?
Whew. Not okay. I'm going to answer the second question first. I think.
Sure.
Not that Yanni was ever the most impulsive. Like he definitely had his moments before all of this, more so, but like before all this, being before this entire campaign. But even then, he was always more careful, planning, thinking ahead, looking for potential pitfalls and whatever. But like spending a more or less literal eternity riding on the shoulder of a half zombified, god, basically. He gained a lot of patience. I think he's smart enough to, especially with the deific boost to his intellect, I think he realized, okay, there's an end to this. Not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but this is just something that I'm gonna experience this. I'm gonna try and help him keep his shit together and keep the spark of hope there for him. But I'm gonna, I know there's an end, so I can do this. So he's able to not like get depressed or whatever, from feeling like interminably lost. Interminably.
And maybe during those moments that you are, Thelyas will even be your guide and say like, so tell me more about these people, this demigod girl, Daphne, and this woman that can see through time itself, Darian, you said, and what you called her the hot one? That's you. I mean, you insisted that she would go by that moniker, but really,
and she's also the one who is not currently taken. So keep that in mind. There's some more hope for you.
I mean, I've always preferred mortals. So,
well, technically we're all gods.
They're gods
when this comes to an end.
At least you're not related to me, right?
I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
Good. That's my bottom line. Listen, I watched a lot of Generations, especially when they intermarry. The things that happen to their bodies were just.
So there's if you meet, I over time I go through the whole list of like Sidon's offspring that I know of. It's like these are the mortals you've got to look out for. The Verses and the Astrayas.
Named her oldest son after me.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't pretend to understand what the dynamic was with all of you guys before everything, but we came to understand that Sidon was manipulating her and basically full on whatever the term for gaslighting is in a world where gaslights don't exist, her
green flame blading her.
And
oil lighting.
And yeah, he was oil lamping her the whole way. But using drugs, which it amazes me that there are even drugs that can affect you guys with your.
Yeah, we had eons to experiment, I suppose.
The dynamic was simple. We were born in a world where we did not have a mother. And then after that, we had a father that did not want us. A father that was, even when he was present, was absent. And then he left us. Without guidance, without direction, without love and care. And some of us give in to darkness and created people so we could destroy them, like toys. Some of us latched onto each other, like Sidon and Thylea. But I think Sidon was always scared. He was always scared that us older siblings would strike him down for the streak of pure evil that he seemed to have. I always had hope that he would grow out of it, but I suppose not.
He certainly didn't. But
Yeah.
he's...
Go ahead.
When this ends, he will be dead. His spark will have been used to ascend our companion Brissa to godhood.
And you said you can take it away.
I can. I don't know if I'll need to. I hope I don't. I don't think I will.
Yanni, can I ask you a hard question? We've known each other for 100 years now.
Is that all it's been?
Well, I've been trying to count the visitors. It seems like they come back in seasons. This one has been here 25 times. Every solstice, I think. That said, do you... your group of slayers of gods seem to be very apt at harvesting souls of the gods. Do you
That's a
think
recent thing.
that you will do the same with me?
Only if you leave us no choice. We've already gone out of our way to try and save you and bring you back. Restore your... I'm sitting here riding on your shoulder through eternity to help preserve your mind and your spirit so that you're not just a broken creature from enduring all of this.
But if you're truthful, Yanni, to swear upon your own divine spark, did you do that out of love for me? Or did you do that out of survival, protection, self-preservation?
I can't speak for the others' motivations beyond saying that no one acted specifically to use you as a weapon. My decision, I didn't realize it was going to play out like this, where we would be companions through this. But my decision to try and restore your mind and your spirit was so that you could be free and have a life again, because everyone deserves that. And you were robbed of yours, your freedom, and for all intents and purposes, your life for eons. And that just hurts me.
Thank you for that. For this willing imprisonment that you went through, that you could protect me, to try to preserve at least a part of me throughout this darkness. May I say something? An observation?
Yes.
Thank you, friend. Part of me, perhaps through the constraints that were placed upon both of us, is glad for you. Because the life that you spoke of so many times now, Yanni, it sounded like a life where you had to constantly run, where survival was all that you could ever truly aspire to. And though it may take hundreds, if not thousands of years for us to finally be able to speak face to face, not just mind to mind, I am glad for you as well that you received peace. Because you have deserved it, my friend. You deserve to see a day when you no longer need to survive, but you get to live.
Yeah. Thanks. We've both had to suffer for way too much of our lives because of your sister, and mostly because she was a tool of the brother, but I've learned that something I picked up from talking to Daphne and Vulcan over the years. You can't forge a blade or armor or anything like that without stressing the materials. You have to heat and disrupt these materials, or they'll just stay chunks of metal. It's the act of forging a blade or a shield or whatever. It disrupts in order to strengthen. And I think, even though it was not the intent, I know that even though it wasn't the intent, that's what your sister did to me by putting me through what she put me through. And I hope that when we come to the end of this and catch back up to my time, that you'll benefit the same, that you'll be stronger and a better version of you for having endured.
My friend, you are magnificent. And I am gladdened to know that I get to spend an eon with you.
Yeah, I never expected this. This has been and will be probably the most enduring relationship I'll ever have. And I'm glad it's with a friend.
And with this friend, you have thousands of debates. At least 300 poetry competitions between the two of you of who can write the most lewd poem you can possibly come up with. Dad jokes, of course, are included as well. You talk about the different kinds of ways to think about life. What makes life worth it? What happens to souls when they're destroyed? What is the purpose of gods? And on, and on, and on. You have fights. There are moments, years, maybe even decades when you guys don't speak to one another, but always turn back.
I just sit on his shoulder with my back to his ear.
Mm-hmm. For the rest of you, Yanni for a moment blinks away.
and then returns. Damon, I'm going to let you decide if there are any signs of aging upon Yanni. He is a god.
I'm going to say it's kind of a bit of a subconscious choice. Like, he's not aware that he's done this, but he's graded his temples some. Just a little, but it's noticeable.
As you hit 36.
Jesus. That was a long time ago, man. What are you talking about?
As you come back to... You guys see that something is different about... Darian, you see each and every one of those gray hairs. You're like, damn, what the fuck just happened? I thought it was just a level of exhaustion. And Thalius stills. As his tongue fully reforms and his eyes open, and you see the brilliant green of his irises look directly at you. It's funny, my friend. I remembered what you looked like next to the tree, but I couldn't see you for those 1,000 years. It is good to finally see you again.
It's good to have you with us.
A screaming.
I got a story for you guys later.
As the entire ship gets rocked to the side, and he goes, "Let's hold on then." And he breaks the ship in half, holding you aloft, Yanni, bringing you up as well, Daphne. As you guys rise, Belmitri kind of looks down, is like, "That's impressive, whatever you did." As you see in the water, 4 shadowy arms coming off of its main body, and I'll just show you guys the scene for next week. As you face down the remain of Odium, of the Ghost Lord, a creature that should have ascended to greater godhood, but was denied to do so. As you guys all hover above the sea of the netherworld, with your friends, compatriots, your family beside you. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week's session.
David, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how you came up with all that on the spot. But, like, I got literal chills when you tied that spur of the moment, like, hey, jackass, what's all this about? Me and my buddies are going to kill your ass one of these days. And you turned that around into why my life was hell that quick. That was amazing. That was just amazing storytelling.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Just so... that was awesome.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Got goosebumps.
That's what it's about. I like it. It's fun. Nothing like a little time travel, self-fulfilling prophecy bullshit shenanigans, you know?
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. That was just amazing.
Also, Odium's token is really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to make. So, there's some shenanigans. Whew, this is gonna be some
shenanigans.
Alrighty. Well, with that then, that'll be it for this week. Just double checking. I think we're all gonna be back again next week. Oh, there's maybe one announcement. It's election day soon. So if you're not like me and you can actually vote in this country, do the registration thing. Maybe you can do something even late. I don't really know all the laws behind it, but if you haven't already registered to vote, maybe try to get that in real quick, like. And then go out there and vote. Obviously, voting is super important. It's one of the most important civic duties that you have, but I don't want to be too much of a preachy dad about it. So with that, you guys have an awesome rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys next week.